Hey guys, it's lovely to have your company here on my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel. I hope you are well and I hope you're ready for another tutorial. As I film this, we are in the midst, right in the middle of our 19th birthday event. So that means my craft room is like an absolute bomb site. I've got stuff, if only you could see. I'll maybe take pictures and post them on my socials later on. I've got stuff all over in front of me, all down the side, all round the back. I've got it all up on here as well, even down here. It's like a manic week. It's been, well, actually a couple of weeks in the lead up. So as I say, as I'm filming this, we're in the middle of birthday week, and I hope you've been enjoying it so far because we've had some epic launches. Now I thought what I would do within this one, you may think, well, in the middle, of course, of birthday week, then he's going to be using some of the brand new items. Yes and no. We're still going to what we're going to do is we're going to use old, we're going to use relatively new, and then birthday new. So we're kind of covering quite a few different boundaries when it comes to what we're going to be doing here. What we are going to do is make a Christmas card. We're going to use our resist pads, brand new glitter paints. We're going to be using them as well, some of our Christmas sentiments, and just have a little bit of a play when it comes to this tutorial here. I wanted to really get that time to do something for my YouTube channel. I know obviously it's been a while since I've done one, maybe about a week and a half. Did do a live when it came to the launch of our star box die, but you will be able to go back and watch here on my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel. It is still up on my Facebook page if you want to. Either one of them. I'm just going to pop well, there's my YouTube right there. What you will find is I'll pop my Instagram as well. They're all really easy. They're our names and then CC at the end. So within these ones here, you can see it on your screen right now, Craig Laird CC. That goes for Instagram, that goes for Facebook, that goes for TikTok, goes for here as well. And then for likes of Ben and Debbie, their names with CC at the end as well. So I'll just put the Facebook up and then we'll put the TikTok up as well. TikTok is personal / Crafter's Companion. So you get a little bit Crafter's Companion, you get a little bit of me as well, just having a little bit of fun. So we'll pop that one up. Now when it comes to here on my YouTube channel, thank you so much to those that still continuously subscribes, those that hit the bell notification to let you be alerted once we've got a tutorial up, and for those that give me the thumbs up as well, it is most appreciated. Falling behind slightly and catching up within the comments, but I do read them. As I say time and time again, I always get an email notification every time every time a comment is posted underneath each tutorial. So thank you so much. Now, got all that out of the way, let's just dive in. Let's get in with the fun bit. Now, I do have my cup of tea here at the ready. Now, what we're going to be looking at, let's have a look at our resist pads. Now, we're going to be using the resist pads. We're going to also be using our glitter paints, and then I thought let's bring in our Christmas sentiment because we're covering a few different components of crafting when it comes to using resist pads, die cutting, painting, and then of course nice simple Christmas cards that you can then bash them out relatively quickly if you so wish. So before we do that, let's have a look here. We do have the everyday and the Christmas. Going to be using the Christmas one here, and I'm just going to use something of my offcuts that I've got. Let's go in. I don't want one that's got the script on it because we're going to do our sentiment on the top as it is. That's from the everyday. So let's go. There we go. There's that one there being the mistletoe. So I'm going to go in with that mistletoe one here, and we will chop it down. What I might do, the idea that I've got in mind as to what we're going to make, what we're going to do, we might bring in some of our brand new alcohol background papers and just have that little bit of a play. Right, I'm going to go in. I've got a 5x7 card bag. Going to use it as a top fold and a 10th fold. So let's bring in my guillotine. I want to chop this down. So let's do 4x6. Let's have a look. Yeah, that should be fine space-wise. That can go into the pad. And let's have a look and size it just to see. Let It Snow, Peace on Earth, Joy Noel, Happy Holidays, Season's Greetings. Actually, do you know what? I'm thinking, Let It Snow. Now, I know that is the mistletoe. So I'm thinking Let It Snow, and I'm thinking the blues. So I want to have one of the snowflakes. So there's, what size is that? That's just under 6 inch. I really want it to be like 4 by 6. So if I've got any offcuts of snowflakes, what size is that? Oh, perfect. I think that's 6 by 6. So what I'm going to do is let's trim that. Yep, perfect. So it's 4 by 6. We've got that now. And we can use the blues from the glitter palettes, and then we can use the Let It Snow. All ties in really, really well together. So I'm going to get all of these bits out. I'm going to get them ready. So if I use the Let It Snow, I will probably cut it into white card. Going to use a blue card. I want a deep blue, or deep-ish blue. Do I want a navy? Do I want a dark blue? No. Tell you what, where's my, what do you call it? Enchanted Ocean. Let's go in, because I'm sure there's a few blues, or there's a blue. No, it's maybe a bit more of a, yeah. These are lighter blues. Right, I know. Let's go back to our trusted, no, we don't do these anymore, but our 12 by 12 textured, because that has got spot on. Spot on. Let's take, what other shades have I got? Any other offcuts? Let's take a bigger sheet, because I'll need it for the sentiment and potentially, oh no, potentially for the matting layer. Not sure yet if I'm going to use and do a matting layer. There we go, there's the deeper blue. That's what we want. Right, we can move that out the way for now. I'm just going to throw it on the floor with everything else and deal with it later on. And then I've got some white cardstock that we can use as well. Right, let's bring in my water. So I've just got some water here. I'm going to open this one up, and then let's go in with, let's go in with the pool and the galaxy. So I'm going to go in with that lighter blue first, which is the pool. Oh, look at that. Nice. Now what we're going to get is the best of both worlds. We are going to get the resist, but then we are also going to be getting the encapsulated glitter. That fine, fine, fine glitter that is being encapsulated. So we're going to go in back and forth. And I'm not really doing a blend like dark and then getting lighter and lighter. More than happy for it to be kind of one tone. But we're going to go in with that pool first. So we've got a nice deep colour. And then I'm going to go in with the galaxy. Now the galaxy, I am going to kind of go to the top and then start to like blend down. And then I'm going to do the same. So at the top and then blend down. How beautiful does that look? Absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then I am just going to go back with a little bit more of the pool into the middle and kind of just seamlessly blend it all together. There we go. So we've got that lighter tone within the middle there. And then what we can also do is let's take my heat tool. Before I do that, I'm going to take that excess off. So let's bring that excess off. I'm going to give it a light waft. And then I'm going to take just a microfiber cloth, and I'm just going to take all that excess off. So I'm just going to wipe all that excess off the resist. So you're not pulling any of the glitter off that white smooth backdrop. What we're doing is we're pulling it off that resist. It's as if it's been pre-heat embossed for you. I mean, look at that. I wonder if we can see any of the glitter coming through, because it's sensational. Oh, we're kind of getting it. We're getting it kind of picked up slightly. Let me go back from overhead and see if we can then kind of pick up any of that glitter. When you get these home and you do one brush stroke of the glitter, it will absolutely blow your mind. It really, really will. I keep seeing it be using the word sensational at the moment with our launches, and that's because that's exactly what they are. They are sensational. So we're going to dry that off. So we're just going to keep on going. This is going to create our backdrop. Might trim it still, but we'll see how we go. So that smooth white card into the back has picked up that glitter. We can just maybe see that little bit more there. And that is 4x6, I said, didn't I? Yeah, 4x6. So let's just let that cool down. What we're then going to do, let's just zoom out that a little bit more. And let's take our sentiment. So I'm going to do I want probably the white as the back and blue as the detail. So we'll give that a shot and see. So there's that one. And then there's that one. So that's going to go there. And then let's pop, still a few little bits in there, so let's pop them out. And then I'm going to use my mini here. So if I run that one through, so we can take that out and pop that out, so we can then release it. Might end up recutting this with the blue to the back instead, but we'll wait and see. We'll decide later. So we've got the Let It Snow, and then let's bring in the white and run that one through. So this is going to be that back layer. Let's open that one up and then pop that out here. So the blue is going to sit proud on top, which will then sit nicely over the top there. I am going to also die cut them the other way round so we can choose. So if I take the detailed one, so this detailed one we're going to do it within the white. This is just our white card. And then the blue we're going to do as the background. And then we can have a look at both. So let's position that through. I might be inclined to also try black, and I know anyone that's relatively new might be thinking, gosh, black, that's a bit dark, is it not? You'll be amazed how well black works. Black really, really is a joyous colour to be using to make your project stand out. That being said, let's take these ones out. I might even just use a black as a drop shadow. So let's pop these out. We're just going to then feed that through. I think these will definitely look smart as well with the alcohol effect paper pad into the background, and I might chop bits up and do that. Or time dependent, we might actually make another card along this theme, this style, but with the alcohol ink backgrounds. So if I pop that on to there. Ah, yeah, that one's better. The Let It Snow is more proud, isn't it? More proud, yeah, definitely. We're going to go with that one. So I can use that other one later for another project. So if I take all these little bits out the way, what I am going to do is I'm going to trim this probably 1/4 inch all the way round. Now I can just cut 1/2 inch, but I like to have a neat cut all the way round. And the reason being is here, I know it doesn't look like it, but you'll have a deep blue because it's the end of the card. So where the brush has caught the edge, that's going to be a deep blue. So now that I've cut 1/4 inch there, up close, you've got a deep blue edge and then no deep edge. So I want it to be matching and all the same. So that's why I do 1/4 inch all the way around instead of just 1/2 inch off the top and the bottom. So now we've got those and that there. That could come into there. And you know something? We could, let's do it. It'll be more effective if we make it a small 4x6 card. So let's do that again. Let's trim another 1/4 inch. Now this time I could just do 1/2 inch because I've already trimmed off that dark edge. But just out of habit, I'm just going to run all the way around like so. Leave it, yeah. Leaving a deep white border. Because that is, what is that? 5x3. Let's do a very shadow matting layer. Sorry, a very thin shadow matting layer. So I just want it to be ever so slight. And in actual fact, you know what I do want as well? These layers, as always, as I always say, are optional. You don't have to do them, but I do like to make it stand out. So let's cut a piece of white to the size of our inky background, which is 3 by 5. So that should still give us that very tiny, that very tiny blue matting layer. And then this one, we'll just trim a few mils just to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going backwards because obviously I can't increase and start over, so therefore I'm just having to cut away to make it a bit smaller. Tiny little bit more. So we've got the thin, very thin white matting layer. Perfect. Which that is going to sit nicely into the middle here. Liking that. I'm going to move these bits out of the way. It's a really nice and simple card incorporating our resist pads. If I take, let's just buff that still a little bit of paint on there. So I'm just going to buff them off. And then that can go back into there. And then that can go back into there. So what was the way to do, thinking there, what was the way to do was have a plane, bring in some of the alcohol effect background, cut them up and show you how that looks underneath the Let It Snow. But what I'll do is we'll finish this and then I'll follow the same theme, but instead of the alcohol effect background, we'll bring in some of the alcohol effect background. Did I just say that right? Follow me. Right. I'm going to bring in my glue here. So let's bring this one in. Now you can be using your tacky glue from Collal. As always, when I'm crafting at home, you guys have guessed it, I always use Sticks 2. And even if I'm not crafting from home, where possible, I always use Sticks 2. Always my go-to, always has been and always will be. And as I always do, I will link as much as I possibly can within the description. That's both Crafter's Companion, old and new. If it's an older item and it's not in the description, it means we don't have it anymore, I'm afraid. And I'll also link any of the Sticks 2 items that I've used. So let's bring in our background. Also, what I like, time dependent, is using my double-sided tape. Just our tissue tape. It's not the finger lift, it's edge to edge, and again this is from Sticks 2. I think we do have our own finger lift, but as a whole, I'm not a fan of finger lift tape. And I don't mean that just as ours, I mean in general. I'm not a fan of the finger lift tape. I love the edge to edge adhesion. And then let's bring that in. These layers I'm going to keep flat because the Let It Snow is going to be on foam pads. This could be patterned paper if you want to. This could actually even be your foil press background. Actually, there's... Should we do that? In this tutorials here, cover like 3 things. Here, so let's pop that into there. And then that one can go straight on. Move my glue for the moment because I need to take a drink. So I'll take that drink in a minute. Alright, if we take these off, if height isn't an issue for you, then you can add your foam pads, even if it's just really, really thin 1mm foam pads, then of course you could use them. So we're going to pop that in there, but of course at Christmas times we need to make really beautiful cards, but we've got to think about the time. Now, talking about thin foam pads, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 1mm foam pad. So we're going to get a little bit of depth, but nothing too high and substantial. And these are 7mm by 7mm squares. And from sticks to, of course. And whether it's our ones or predominantly sticks to, I am a big fan currently of the 7mm by 7mm square. They seem to be a good fit for many die cuts. Let's chop a few of these in half so we can pop them there. That can go there. That can go there. Let's do that there. A couple of thinner ones, just to balance out those top parts. And then that can go there. Right, that is going to be fine. So I'm just going to use my pokey tool to take the backing off of the thinner ones. And that one there as well. Glue gel is also an option. At least with glue gel, as much as foam pads are my go-to, with glue gel you've got an indefinite amount of depth, because you can then of course create your own depth with glue gel. I'm going to put, only because it's going to annoy me, I'm going to put one there. I'll sort of balance it out. Grab hold of that one. There we go. And then that can go there. Now I know I need something. I need something. And of course your first thing you're going to think of is snowflake. But no, don't want. What about? Now I did have it out. Cracker. Sorry, just going to scratch my back while I'm turning around here. If I bring in, here we go, the cracker die. because I feel it needs a bit of greenage. So let's use the holly. Could use the snowflake that's there. So let's take that off. There we go. So we've got that and we've got that. I'm going to take, so I need green and red. I'm going to go back to an old pad here. So there's green. There's nice. Too light. Too light. So I'm going to go back to also. I know. My trusted linen with the deep. No, it's not even the shades that I'm wanting. Got a particular shade in mind, and I know where I'm going to get it now. Either jingle all the way. Jingle, 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 jingle all the way. So I've got that green. There's like an olive green. Want that one and that red. Got my tape. So if I take my holly, and I'm going to do the holly, in total I'm going to do 4 of them, because I'll do 2 and 2. So let's bring in my low tack tape. Actually, I would have got 4 out of the one strip. So there's that one. And then I might actually go for 3 berries on each one. I'll wait and see. Because I felt that it needed something beyond blue. It's Christmas and it needed to incorporate a little bit of holly, but nothing too big, nothing too substantial. So this is why the small ones from the Jingle All the Way is a must. So let's bring that in, run that one through. What I might also do, I might do a 3rd holly for each, so that I've got it, because I know usually we do them in 3s, but holly does work with 2s. But we'll try it. We shall try it and see. So if I do another 2 of the holly and the berries in each corner. And there's that one. And if I pop, I'm just going to keep them on the tape just now so I don't lose them. So now we've got these ones. So let's do a little bit of shaping. Now when it comes to shaping, excuse me leaning over, I've got, it's like the consistency of a sponge mouse mat. That's what it's like. And I'm going to go in, turn them over, and then what I do is you can shape them at a curve, but I just, with an old pokey tool, just go right down the centre. Not bothered about them being neat at all. Just want to go in like so, right down the centre, right down the centre, and then right down the centre, and then these ones, just got tiny ball tool. If I do 1, 2, and then 3, just shaping them, and then 1, 2, and 3. Now, because these are very delicate, actually scrap what I was about to say. I was about to say I'm going to use glue gel, but I'm not. Or it would be silicone that I use, but I'm not. So let's move them to the side and bring that back in. And because that is 1 mil, I want to go a little bit deeper. I know not everyone likes the OG of the 5x5 foam pads, but I always say there is still a place for them, in my opinion. So I'm going to bring in the 5mm by 5mm. Yes, you can cut down your larger foam pads, but why do that when you've got your OG ones? So I'm still going to pop foam pads on 3 of them, and then we'll start to position and see if I'm going to do 3 of them. I'm getting off the screen now. Oh, let's go. Try and remember to work within the middle there. Doesn't always work. And then the berries we could put with glue or that afterwards. Right. So if I bring that in, and that in, and then that in, and then that in, and I think, yeah, 2 each is all that it needs. Doesn't, actually, well, it doesn't need 3. No, I'm going to keep it as it is. So let's tuck that in and press. There's a time and a place, and this isn't it. Looks lovely. If you look about, you tend to see, even with home decor at Christmas time, you tend to see 2 holly sprigs as an accent, which is strange because everything we're doing 3s. And then let's bring in our glue again. So I'm going to put a nice little dollop. I'm going to use my pickup tool. So do 1, and then the berries, the 2 berries within the cracker, they're 2 different sizes. So this is the largest one. Same with the holly. They're 2 different sizes, so I've done 1 of each. So there's that one. And then there's that one. And then I'm doing a fair little round bit of glue because we've shaped these, we've domed these. We need a fair bit of dome. How cute is that? And then do you know what? Because I've been playing with them, let's go in with our iridescent glitter glues. Just be careful because obviously the glue's not dry, so we don't want to move them. Alternatively, you could not even die cut the berries and just take your blue, your glitter glues or your red glitter glue and use them. Like so. How cute is that? Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. You could do little bits in the middle of the snowflakes if you want to. I'm not. I'm going to leave it as it is. And then there we go. We've got our let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. So if I bring that one in here, there it is. The lighting isn't that great that way. But you can see within that one there. How fab is that? Right, let's set that to the side. Let's have a little quick powwow while I tidy these up. And then what we will do, I'm not going to do the foil press within this one. I'll do the foil press in another tutorial. But let's keep those holly and berries out because I will probably use them in the next thing that we're going to do. The next thing wasn't planned, it was just with us speaking, where I said we would show you what it looks like with a brand new foil effect cardstock. So that's what we're going to do. But let's just have a little tidy first. So let's move all that, move all that. So within this one here, although the oil and water is not Christmas related whatsoever, because you've got greens, oil and water, alcohol effect. You've got your greens, you've got your reds. Really, really nice to use them and incorporate them. So why not? And I'll follow the exact same layout that I've just done with that Let It Snow, but we'll do it with, of course, the alcohol effect. Right, let's put that there. Let's bring in the paper pads. Let's bring these in. Oh, these are gorgeous. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Right, if I go in here and zoom out. I'm going to really zoom out and see if you can see the state of my desk. Although it's probably nothing compared to a lot of you. But yes, there we go. Let's zoom back in. Sorry if you get seasick. So we've got our alcohol effect cardstock. We've got our opal. And then we've also got our black pearl. 12 by 12, 160 GSM, 36 sheets each, 12 designs, 3 of each. Pearl cardstock with that alcohol effect background done for you with the gold foiling. Stunning. And then this one I think is going to be good for a Christmas one. This one being the black pearl. The blues you could use with the snows. The red you can use for Christmas. The green you can use for Christmas. And I've got offcuts there of red, but let's use the green. So let's use the green there. And then I'm going to take, let's have a look. So if I kind of follow the same, so if I do green, so let me get a green. Do you know where we've got great colours as well? that is our Fright Night. Whenever I say Fright Night, I just want to shout, Fight Night! And the reason being is if you're a wrestling fan, you'll understand from Sheamus. So I was about to say the Fright Night, and it is good, but the green's a little bit light for me on this one. So I'm going to go and what about? And that's the thing. We've got so many incredible packs of linen cardstock or Centura Pearl. It's trying to think of them all. Trying to think. Right, so I'm going to go in with that one. I've used up all of the deep green. So let's bring it in. So that's the deep green that I want to use. That might actually be enough, just those little bits. Just to actually, even then, it's more of a turquoise teal, isn't it? Let's have a look. Maybe one of those other shades are gonna, let's see, think. Right, kind of tealy, turquoisey. I know you'll be shouting at your screen with a collection in mind. What about honeysuckle? Because sometimes the colours on the front doesn't exactly 100% represent the true shade of colour. I'll sort that after. This is the thing, if you are new to my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel, then this is what you're going to get. Actually, I'm going to go with that. Yep, I'm going to go with that. So that one was from the honeysuckle. Yeah, this is what you get with myself and my YouTube channel. Nothing's planned, so therefore, if my doorbell goes, you will see me going and answer the doorbell. Let's take 4x6. That one's like it's been chewed by a dog. Right. So let's move that out the way here. And then let's trim. So these ones aren't quite to size, not quite 4x6. So I'm going to trim it and make it 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Right, so plus I didn't intend to do this when it came to the tutorial here. I was only going to do that glitter palette. So if I take this one and let's still do it 4x6 like my last one, and then we can always trim. Oh my gosh, Craig. 5. What did I do that last one? Let's have a look. 3x5. 3x5. Now don't bin all these, but you know, like the backgrounds and that I love to do. You're going to be able to use them and do your backgrounds. So you can do that. That can go into there. And the tell you what, instead of doing white, let's do the teal. Just over 3, just over 5, and then instead of the blue, let's use a gold mirror. So that can go there. It's going to look good. I think anyway. I think it's going to look good. And then let's go in with the gold. So got this gold that's going to tie in with the gold foiling. And then these edges are a bit dog-eared, so I'm going to trim them. I'm going to go 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So we've got that nice edge here and then here. Yep, like it, like it, like it, like it. Joy Noel, potentially happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Depends on the size of them, the length of them. So let's take, so that happy holidays would just fit. And Merry Christmas would just fit and no more. But it's a little bit snug for my liking. So happy holidays it is. So we're going to take the 2 dies. So the background die, which is this one, we'll do the background die in the gold. So let's take that and that. So I'm going to bring these in. Now, of course, these will go through any die cutting machines that you've got. And then, as you can see, they even fit through the mini. So if I set that there, looking fab. And then the detail one, it might actually be better with white as well. But let's try the mint, or the teal. It's more mint. I keep saying teal, but it's more mint. Let's pop that out. There we go. There's that. We'll set that there. Yeah, it looks nice, but does it fall into the back? Let's pop these out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's bring in a bit of white instead. And we're going to run that one through. Let's move that out the way. Let's pop these little bits out. I think because we've got the white layer from the card blank, excuse me, that's why the white would work well. And there we go. What about, let's try Happy Holidays. Slight drop shadow. There we go. Bing, bang a boom. That's it. So that very slight drop shadow from the white onto the mint, that's what we needed. It's exactly what we needed. for it to come together. So let's do our drop shadow here. I'm going to go around the edge. If you're going to use your dotty tape runner, be careful with this top part, because what will happen potentially is you'll tear it, because it's really fine detail. So if you are going to use it, do it in small little sections and hold down with your finger as close to the area that you're applying the dotty tape runner to, just to lever it down. Let's work our way around here. Let's go down, round. And then I'm just wanting a slight, ever so slight white drop shadow. And then we've got it the way we want it. So we can quite see my watch there. There we go. And then that can then stick. I'll let that grab for a moment or two before I come along and attach that to the gold. So work our way round. Now what I am going to do, I do want a little bit extra depth on this one. So I'm going to add this to the mint. And then we're going to add that on with foam pads. What I'm going to do is let's use, once again, 1mm foam pads. So I've got 1mm foam on a roll from Sticks 2. For anyone that is, what I know, I get questions, whether it's in the video here or on Facebook. People will say, "Oh, Craig, what was that adhesive that you used?" Any adhesives that I use, and 9 times out of 10, any additional products out of adhesives that I use are from Sticks 2. So if, for instance, that foam on a roll, there was no Sticks 2 branding on it, but it's from Sticks 2. I know it's easy to see things like that. You know it's from Sticks 2. You know, there's no branding on that, but it Sticks 2. Any adhesive I use is Sticks 2. So adding a little bit of lift onto there, and then that one we're going to keep flat. And take these off here. Not on. Can go. So remember, this card's slightly smaller. It's 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So let's bring this in. And add our glue here. So travelling all the way around. Tacky glue is, and I know I've said this quite a lot, and there is a lot of things I say quite often, but then that is because I'm so grateful to get lots more subscribers and followers that, of course, we need to repeat ourselves at times. So if you ever heard me say certain things over and over again, I apologise. But for those that are new, any intricate die cuts, I will 9 times out of 10, when I'm home, crafting at home, or for my tutorial videos, I will always use the tacky glue. My personal preference, and it always dries into the fibres of the card, hence why I like it. So that's given us our gold background with the white drop shadow, which can go into here. And then while we let that do its thing, let's pop foam pads on the back. So these are also the 1mm. Now that foam on a roll I was just using, I could chop that up into little cubes or little rectangles. I'm going to use the squares. And then I'm going to pop them into there. And then, as always, just making sure that we've got a nice coverage, nice base of our foam pads, nice level. Giving it the strength and the structure. And then a couple for up here. You can never have too many foam pads. Now, I know I am very fortunate with the adhesives, whether it's Sticks 2 or our own ones. I do have an abundance of them, so I know it's easier for me to say that you can never have too many foam pads. Maybe you don't have a lot and you have to watch, and if that's the case, use them sparingly, but use them where it's going to create an even hold. So maybe a few on the outer edge and a few on the inside, making sure that you've got a nice boundary. And then we can take these off. Just going to use my nail and work my way down. Say with the other card that we made, the smaller ones that I chopped up, I just used my pokey tool. Horses for courses, depends on the mood that I'm in. Peel them off. And then we can attach that to our card, and I'm going to use those holly dies again that we had. I was actually thinking I could go to the Holly and Ivy collection and use those ones, but these are still a little bit substantial in size, and I don't want anything overpowering. I do want just little ones, so I'm going to stick with the ones from the cracker. And in actual fact, I don't even need to, because I can use those two. The only thing I need to do is get some red. See, have I got enough on this wasted bit? I think I do. Yeah. Now the holly leaves we could have done in gold if you wanted to. There's that one, and there's that one. And then I need one more, which I will have space here for one more. Let's move that, move that, and move that. So there's 1, 2, 3. What have I done with my little mat that I like to use? Have I put it away? Yes, I have. Let's turn them over. Create a dome. So it's just a small ball tool. You can impress on the back of your scoring tool if you want to. So there's that one. Turn that around. Bring that in, bring that in. I'm just going to take that one off here. And then we're going to take that one off here. I'm going to tuck that in. I'm going to tuck that in. and then a nice circle of glue. I'm going to pick that up there, and then do 1, and then 2. 1 can go there, 1 can go there, and then there we go. We've got our happy holidays. Well, we'll do that again. Let's go in with our glitter glues, and that glue looks a little bit frosty, but that glue will dry clear and we'll just be left with that beautiful sparkle. Happy holidays. So happy holidays. So that's a 3 3/4 by 5 3/4 card blank, and then that one is our 4 by 6 card blank. So both with our Christmas sentiment dies, we've used our resist pad, and then we also used our glitter paints with that, and then we've done our alcohol effect background, and the holly and the berries are with the cracker set. So if I bring that one in here, so you can see once again, let it snow, seeing that glitter popping through, and then our glitter, not our glitter glue on that one there. So there we go. So 2 cards. There was only planning on doing 1, but we've done 2, of course, and it just goes to show that if you've seen Sarah with the launch of the alcohol effect papers, then you will know there is so many ways in which you can use them, but then you can still team them little small card for your Christmas cards as well, and it still looks substantially beautiful. Righty-o, I'm going to finish my cup of tea that's probably gone cold by now. I will see you again right here on my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again. Doodles!
Hello everybody. Well, I'm already in my sparkly disco ball here, but we have got a friend and Nikki trying to set it up on the new OBS platform so we can stream on multiple. Hello everybody. Well, I'm already in my sparkly disco ball here, but we have got a friend and Nikki trying to set it up on the new OBS platform so we can stream on multiple platforms at once for the live, and it's taking a little bit longer. I've forgotten some of my passwords. I think Nikki's struggling to remember her passwords, but we're trying to set it up so it makes life easy for us, and